And inside the locker room, everyone trying to lock in, get mentally ready for another hard-fought NBA battle. Good to have you with us on a Sunday afternoon for basketball here on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson. I'm here with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, our reporter, Allie LaForce. As the playoffs draw closer, here's what the East looks like. You look at the Bulls, the season is winding down. They sit ninth on the outside looking in currently. And of course there's the Raptors, 2 spots below.
Checking out the Bulls, they're really doing their best to rise through the rankings. Time will tell whether they can pull it off.
You know, it's got to be frustrating for them. You can't dwell on the past. You've got to think forward, work together, and play for one another.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Toronto Raptors. Barrett is the 3. Barnes will play the 4. Emmanuel quickly is out there with Walter, and it's Pirtle in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Bulls, Josh Giddey out there with Buzelis. Then it's Kobe White, then it's Ball, and it's Vucevic in at the 5. All right, Doris, how about teams like these who can really run their offense through their bigs?
BA, over the years, one of the things I've heard from coaches quite often is how effective a 3-tool big man can be. When you can drive it, pass it, shoot it, score it, do all the things that they can, it changes the geometry of the floor.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Now White. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. We'll go now to Allie LaForce, who spoke with Billy Donovan. Allie.
And he had nothing but praise for Scotty Barnes on the other side. He said Barnes poses so many problems because of his versatility. He can play multiple positions. He's unselfish. He's got great speed for his size. He had a lot of good things to say. Clearly Barnes has a big fan here.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Now here's Quickly. Pass to Barrett. Clock at 6. Puts it in off the killer crossover.
I'll tell you, you better have a tight, confident handle if you're going to make that move. Go ahead, RJ.
Outside White. Giddey with it. Inside. Here's Vucevic. Pirtle with some nice D.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Pass to Barnes. Here's Walter. The 3, Barrett. And it's Giddey with a rebound. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. And Vucevic slams it in.
Vucevic knows who he is. This guy is a close scorer, legit threat to finish it with authority.
Now here's Quickly. His offense has been fantastic, averaging just over 17 a game. Pass to Walter. To the paint. Here's Pirtle. Goes back up. The shot no good. Nice D from Vucevic. And that one's good. Giddey.
Boy, it looked like the defense was perfectly positioned. Outstanding contest. And Josh Giddey says, I don't care. I'm scoring anyway.
Something this Raptors team does very well is move the ball, Doris.
Yeah, B.A., this is an unselfish group of guys. They like moving the basketball, getting everybody involved. Amazing when a team has everybody touch it, how good it feels.
Now here's Ball. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. And it's Giddey missing.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Pirtle with a screen on Ball. The 3 from Quickly. That shot is off. Chicago trailing here. Here's White. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to go on R.J. Barrett.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Grant, how about Kobe White going from a bench player to one of the league leaders in minutes?
Yeah, Kobe played more than 35 minutes per game last season, top 10 in the league. We saw White hit another level, so he has an exciting future in front of him.
First free throw is good. Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Grant.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And that just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
White hits them both. After their title in 2019, the Raptors have struggled to stay among the league's elite stores.
Well, think about it, B.A. The driver of that title success was Kawhi Leonard and Kyle Lowry. Both of those players are gone. Very hard to replace players of that caliber. Almost inevitable they were going to take a step back.
Now here's Giddey. A steady force on their offense, recording around 14 and a half a game. Over Pirtle, and it's Giddey missing.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Pass to Walter. Good work defensively by White. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. They defeated Washington in their last game.
Yeah, and that one came down to their rebound. There was a big gap between the two teams there.
That was a coach's dream, to get that kind of effort and intensity on the glass, and for it to pay those kinds of dividends, critical.
Now here's Barrett. And you look at his numbers, just over 21 a game. The shot, no good. Chicago leading. To the middle. Walter pulls it in. Toronto has gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start to the inside. Barnes. And it's Chicago with a board. Ball outside. Pass to Giddey. It's Vucevic, high post. Back to Giddey. Launches it from deep. The long distance three is buried. Giddey's got 5 points.
So pure to watch Giddey pop like that. The guy can score it.
Here's Walter. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Pirtle finds quickly. Drops in the three.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now here's Vucevic. He picked up 15 in their last win against Washington.
And don't forget about the 2 blocks. He really changed the game for his team on the defensive side.
Quickly against Ball. The 3-ball. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Pirtle's got 6 rebounds in the game. Outside Barnes. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And for the Bulls, their shooting has not been great early, just 27%. Ball no good. Toronto's gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Walter, good.
Well, Jakob Pirtle is an excellent passer for a big man. Just a really nuanced feel.
Walters has gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Outside Giddey. Pass to Buzelis. And here's White. Shoots over Walter. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. The Raptors with a lead. Quickly, passes to Barrett. Now here's Barnes. 3-pointer. That shot off the mark.
This is a quarter he'd rather forget. This guy just can't seem to get the lid off of that bucket.
Pass to Vucevic. Over Pirtle. Vucevic gets the bucket. And the Bulls lead by 1.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Shot is good by Barrett.
Oh, that's a big-time rip by R.J. Barrett. You want some contact on me, I can finish anyway.
Outside White. Vucevic against Pirtle. Vucevic gets the bucket. Vucevic has got 6. And boy, has this been a competitive matchup thus far.
These teams have swapped leads 7 times already, and we're not even in the second half.
Now here's Quickly. Takes a 13-footer. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Giddey's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's White. Banked it in off the glass.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Raptors trail by 3. Outside Barnes. Pass to Barrett over Giddey. Chicago with a rebound. Giddey's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Ball outside. Launches it. Walter pulls it in. And it's Toronto's ball. Now Quickly. Here's Walter. He's got 5. The 3, Barrett. That one's good. Makes him 3 for 7.
Barrett has got to become more consistent, but if he adds consistent three-point shooting, turn the lights out.
Pass to Buzelis. Here's the pick. Fires from deep. Rebound Toronto.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Quickly outside. Barnes passes to Barrett. Just 5 on the clock. The 3. And it's Barrett again missing. And so it's White with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. The floater. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got 9 rebounds now. Here's Barrett. Connects on the foul line jumper. Barrett's got 9.
You can tell some players like that rhythm dribble. R.J. Barrett using the pull-up jumper. Go ahead, R.J.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Here. Let's see the stat sheet here for Scotty Barnes.
And he's gone cold over the last 10 games, guys. His scoring numbers are down, and he can't seem to get out of this rough patch. He's got to get himself going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Raptors on D. Here's Herter. Barnes with the rebound. The Raptors shooting an unremarkable 30% in the first. And how about Scotty Barnes, Doris, named an All-Star during his third season in 2024.
And in fact, the third youngest All-Star that year. Listen, he has upgraded his playmaking. He's still getting better, and I think that's the scary part for the rest of the league.
Now here's Giddey. He's got 5. Collins drawing the double team. Smith finds Giddey. Williams with the screen. Clock at 4. The Bulls with another miss. Here's Toronto with the ball. Here's Shed. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. Barnes. And the layup is good off the glass. And the Raptors lead by 4.
We know Scotty Barnes will embrace the physicality. That score is about concentration.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Now here's Collins. He's scoreless.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Barnes, it's good. Barnes has got his second basket of the game.
That's his second make in 7 attempts. Not a pretty start.
Giddey passes to Smith. Now here's Herter. He's guarded closely. Outside Giddey. Picked by Smith for 3. Rebound by the Raptors.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
Here's Barnes. Again, the miss by Barnes.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
From deep, Giddey. No good. Would have counted had it gone. R.J. Barrett. He's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Raptors. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Another strength for them today, guys. Mid-range shooting. Normally the defense wants to give you that shot. Let's see if they adjust at all.
The Bulls trail by 4. We've got Smith, Kevin Herter out there with Josh Giddey. Then there's Zach Collins. And it's Williams in at the small forward position. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, B.A.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. Here's Shed. No made baskets yet. Launches a 3. Abaji can't hit.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Up top, Giddey. Smith outside. Pass to Herter. The 3. Toronto grabs the miss. You know, last game they matched up with the Mavs. A tough loss there.
It's simple. Your defense has to be razor sharp on the road. You really want to take the crowd out of the game. Easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
Off his leg. And the ref's whistling a kicked ball. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. Here's Abaji. Williams defending. Barnes passes to Boucher. The Raptors need to get off a shot. Abaji. That one's off. He's 0 for 3 now. Chicago trailing here. Outside, Williams. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. 6 on the shot clock. Looking to end this cold spell. Here's Collins. No good. That would have tied it. And for the Raptors, they're shooting only 31% in the game. From 13, and it's Shed missing. And Giddey's got the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Pass to Collins. Back to Giddey. Shoots over Barnes. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. The Raptors have got none of their first 3 shots to fall so far in the second. Here's Shed. Boucher outside. Pass to Shed. And again, Toronto no good. The Bulls have got nothing to go out of 5 attempts so far this quarter. The game now all tied up. Herder's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Already such a terrific passer. Love seeing Josh Giddey share the wealth.
Down low. Here's Abaji. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Now here's Giddey. He's got 5. He can't hit that time.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Boucher against Collins. Boucher passes to Abaji. Here's Lawson. Let's go with a 3. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot. And we've seen the league ramp up the series model where teams play each other in the same arena twice in a row. What do you think, Doris?
BA, I absolutely love this, and more importantly, the coaches seem to engage highly in it because they feel to a certain degree it brings you a level of almost playoff-like repetition.
Here's Abaji. 5-point lead, biggest of the game. Pass to Shed. Stolen by Collins. Right side Giddey. Second chance shot, and he sinks the layup. Giddey's got 7.
Well, that's about confidence and composure on the interior. Josh Giddey does stand 6'8", makes that a little easier.
And here's Boucher. To the middle. Here's Lawson over Herder. Lawson's shot is off. Chicago has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Here's Giddey. And it's Boucher with the rebound.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
Pass to Barnes. Here's Abaji. Here's Shed. No points yet. And again, Toronto, no good. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Now here's Giddey. Not a lot of room. He nails it, and we're tied. He's got 10.
Boy, if this becomes a consistent part of Josh Giddey's game, look out, because that three-point shot's going to make him so dangerous.
To the inside, Lawson. Ooh, some solid defense from Herder. Chicago has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Driving to the basket.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Can they get it? Shed, that's good. Shed's got his first basket.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Giddey passes to Collins. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Here's Shed. 9 points in his last outing. Pass to Abaji. Releases. Collins with the rebound. Collins has got 4 rebounds in the game. Williams finds Giddey. left side, Herter. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got 3 assists in the game.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Get ready, everyone. You see yourself on the screen? You show us your best moves. Let's go. Somebody doesn't have rhythm. Keep on dancing.
Going with an almost entire new group here. Vucevic, he's checked in for Collins. Uzelis comes in for Smith. White, he's checked in for Herter. And it's Ball in for Williams. And so quickly we'll bring it up for the Raptors. Trailing by 2. Pass to Walter. Ball against Quickly. The 3 is up. Chicago grabs the miss. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Ball. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball. And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games. Number 1, the Bulls. Second, the Raptors.
And during the last 10 games of the season, both of these squads have focused more on leaking out and capitalizing in transition. We'll see if they're able to maintain this pace moving forward.
Chicago making a switch here. Smith's checked in. And Toronto also making a switch. Barnes is checked in. Pass to Barrett. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And one thing we've seen from R.J. Barrett, he likes playing in a system where they move the ball, Doors.
And he likes B.A. when that ball moves in his direction. R.J. Barrett is a thirsty scorer. He can go off the bounce. He's working really hard to shore up that perimeter game. He has got a tremendous future.
First free throw is good. All right, Grant, coming down to the final few games now. This playoff push sure will be interesting.
Oh, no doubt. And I'm looking forward to it, B.A. The teams trying to make the playoffs will be going all out. And that kind of intensity in these games will be fun to watch.
And Barrett drops them both.
Well, one thing you love about R.J. Barrett is he is a scorer at heart. This guy will hunt shots. He's going to be aggressive. And when he gets on a roll, look out, guys.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
The Raptors are still developing. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, we're focusing on offensive execution and player development. It's about what we need to do night in and night out regardless of the opponent. As we grow, we'll teach more schemes for opponent preparation. BA step by step.
Yeah, it's a process, Allie. Thank you. All right, a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Josh Giddey.
And he's been on a roll during these last few months, getting better in terms of scoring the ball and proving to be a key part of this team as we move farther along in the season.
That one's off. And he's good on the second. Toronto trailing. Pass to Pirtle. Back to Quickly. Now Pirtle, covered by Vucevic. The three from Barnes. It's hauled in by White.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Smith inside, working on Barnes. Outside White. 5 to shoot. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. Toronto has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Pass to Walter. Now here's Barrett. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Barrett's got 4 points this quarter.
The entire offensive arsenal of R.J. Barrett is on display.
Here's Buzelis. A 20-point game for him in the win against Washington.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
Now here's Quickly. They lead by 1. For 3, Barrett. Chicago with a rebound. Ball right side.
Such a creative player. Ball is especially clever at figuring out ways to draw fouls.
Second team foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Lonzo Ball.
And he makes the first.
And it's been interesting watching Ball find his place in the league. He's done a good job improving his game and focusing on the things he does best.
Phillips is checked in for Chicago. And so Ball nails both of them. And here's Quickly. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. Pass to Barrett.
Well, R.J. Barrett comes with an aggressiveness and assertiveness. This guy wants to capitalize on the defender's mistake. Nice.
Toronto shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
R.J. Barrett taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
Good on the second one.
You know, certainly we've seen R.J. Barrett productive as a scorer. I think the key for him moving forward is just be as efficient as possible.
Here's Ball. Finally gets one to go. That makes him 1 for 5 in this game.
Some sick ball skills displayed right there. And he's not the guy you expect to pull that off.
Quickly finds Barnes. Here's Walter. Quickly deciding where to go with it. The 3, Barrett. He drops it from range.
2 minutes.
Barrett's got 8 points in the quarter.
Boy, you've got to be shot ready in catch and shoot situations, and we know RJ's got a quick trigger.
Outside White. Pass the ball. Puts up a 3. Gets it to go. His second make in 6 tries.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Quickly passes to Pirtle. Outside Barrett from the arc. It's hauled in by White.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Ball outside. A minute 9 left in the first half. Oh, Oh, rejected by Pirtle.
Active defense from Jakob Pirtle. That's the key. When he stays active and alert, blocks are going to be there for him.
Back to Quickly. Pass to Pirtle. Outside Barrett. Lets the three fly. And it's Barrett again missing. A chance at a 2-for-1.
You have to find ways to use the clock to your advantage.
Right, good.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Now here's Quickly. Outside Barrett. Oh, he connects. His 7th basket. He's 7 of 15 now.
This guy's a bucket getter. R.J. Barrett finds a way to capitalize on the interior. He's got the size to get it done.
Quickly against ball. Pass to Buzelis. Now Vucevic. 3 seconds left. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Chicago shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game.
The line for Chicago. Nikola Vucevic. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Vucevic. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Bulls out in front, up by 4. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Billy Donovan here with us now, and coach, your team finishing the first half in impressive fashion. What's working for you out there?
Yeah, well, I think we got some stops. We played good defense, allowed us to get out in transition. That was helpful. So just got to keep grinding away.
Defense has been their anchor so far. We'll see if they can keep it up, guys.
Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break, ready for the third quarter.
Hello, basketball fans. First up on the agenda, let's take a look at the action going on around the NBA. Indiana with a win against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. Now that was a hard-fought win in overtime.
Just another great example of you have to bring maximum effort to win in this league.
And let's take a look back at the first half. The Bulls are in a close one.
They've controlled the pace and it's been fast, getting out in the open court and scoring before the defense could get set.
Says the Jet.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
If you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Nice game. Great performance by R.J. Barrett.
He was getting into the lane easily that first half. It's just relentless.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far, the defense has not been able to counter it.
Checking out the group for Darko Rajakovic to start the second half. Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Emmanuel Quickly is out there with Walter, and it's Barrett in at small forward. Vucevic's shot is off. Raptors trail by 4. Well, Emmanuel Quickly is a combo guard who impacts both sides of the ball, Doris.
There's no question about it. He's a floor spacer. He can create for himself or his teammates, and defensively, longer than you think and very mobile.
Well, the Bulls shooting 34% thus far in this game. And the power finished by Vucevic.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Quickly from outside. The offensive rebound. The shot by Pirtle, no good. Chicago leading by 6. Pass to Buzelis. Back to Ball. And here's Giddey. Now here's Vucevic. Barnes with the rebound. Barnes has got 6 rebounds in the game. Barrett against Giddey. Barnes with it. And here's Pirtle. No points so far.
Wow, another empty possession out of the gates. 0 for 4 in this half. Brutal.
Here's Ball. Drops one in from the wing. And the Bulls lead by 8.
And how about the agility of Ball, being quick and precise with his movements?
Ball against Barrett. Shot clock at 5. And it's time now to look at who in this rookie class shot the best field goal percentage over the last month. 5th best, Matas Buzelis.
I mean, he's shooting like a seasoned player right now. It has to be exciting for the coaching staff to see him excelling like this.
First one falls for him. No good on the second free throw. Bulls leading by 7. There's Ball with a 3. Sinks it from distance. Ball's got 5 points now this quarter.
This is how you execute in transition. Ball beating everyone to the spot.
Pass to Pirtle. Here's Barrett. Pirtle with a screen on Giddey. Barrett against Giddey. Shot is good by Barrett. Barrett's got 22 points.
They can finally relax after missing their first 4 shots to start this half.
Vucevic with it.
This guy's so polished inside. Nikola Vucevic great at being assertive and earning these fouls.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
At the line for the Bulls, Nikola Vucevic.
Shoot 2.
Taking 2 shots.
And that one falls for Vucevic.
Well, Nikola Vucevic is a capable back-to-the-basket scorer, and he plays with tremendous confidence, guys.
Hits both from the stripe.
You love a big man like Vucevic. Puts in the effort to keep improving. For example, look at what he's done with his perimeter shooting.
Ball against Quickly. Pirtle with a screen on Ball. And that one's good. Quickly.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Pass to Vucevic. Back to Ball. Vucevic, a screen on Quickly. The 3 from Ball. Rebound Toronto. Pirtle's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Quickly passes to Pirtle. Here's Walter. Outside Barnes. Picked by Pirtle. Shot from 12. Barnes, no good. And Ball will bring it up here for the Bulls. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Shoots from 12. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Vucevic has got 6 in the quarter.
I'll tell you, they come out of the locker room, they are a step slow on the defensive end.
Ball against Quickly. Outside Barrett. 4-3. Offensive rebound. Here's Pirtle. Well, it was only a matter of time before they finally get the bucket.
Oh, you see Jakob Pirtle powering through the contact. Use that size, young sir.
Giddey finds Vucevic. White on the wing. He has 7. Here's the 3. Connects from downtown. White's got 10.
Their long-range shooting since halftime has been as strong as you could hope for.
Pass to Walter. Now Barrett. Outside Barnes. Takes a 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. 7 points in the game.
Oh, my goodness. What an answer from Scotty Barnes. Drills the comeback triple. Stop it.
Here's Giddey. And here is Vucevic. Right side White. Shoots over Walter. And that one comes up a bit short.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Quickly passes to Pirtle. Here's Walter. Quickly from outside. Buzelis grabs the board. Buzelis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass the ball. Giddey against Barrett. Right side Giddey. Over Barrett. And it's Giddey missing. Raptors trail by 7. Here's Walter. He's got 5. Pass to Quickly. And here is Barrett. Chicago with a rebound. White's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Buzelis. Picked by Vucevic. 13 feet out. Toronto grabs the miss. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Nikola Vucevic has seen a lot in his decade plus in the league, and he said the game has changed. Now you have centers that can pass, put the ball on the floor, make plays, and shoot threes, play like guards, and you can't get stuck in time. You have to be able to adjust.
Allie, he's certainly got the skill level.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Outside Barnes. Quickly outside. Left side Barrett. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
This is who R.J. Barrett is. Fearless scorer, wants to draw contact and get himself to the line.
6 attempts for him at the line. He's made 4. Free throw drops for Barrett. Chicago making a switch here. Smith's checked in. So he gets them both. White with it. 10 points for him. Picked by Vucevic. White, the pass to Vucevic. They get it back. Back to White. Pass to Vucevic. 6 to shoot. Pure from three-point range. Vucevic has got 9 points now in the second half. Here's Shed. Out of bounds as Toronto keeps possession.
My goodness, Josh Giddey using every bit of that frame to send that one back.
And we have to take another look at that block.
Yeah, what a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
Ball against Barrett.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Giddey passes to Smith. Not going to go that time. Raptors trail by 8. Here's Barrett. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. Boy, he's been getting to the line. He's made 6 of 8 for Chicago. Williams comes in for Vucevic. And Herter's subbed in for Giddey. Boucher's checked in for Toronto.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Barrett. Bulls leading by 5. Now White. 10 points for him. There's the 3. He can't get that one to fall.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Pass to Barrett. Shot clock at 6. Here's Boucher for 3. On target from range.
Well, this is what Chris Boucher does. Loves to stretch the defense with his shooting ability.
Ball outside. Now here's White. He's been a big scorer for this offense, averaging around 20 points a game. Here's Shed. And he hits it to tie the game. Shed's gotten his second bucket.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Smith finds Herter from deep. Bobo with a rebound. Toronto has gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter. Shed. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It goes on Patrick Williams.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
Shed. 2 shots.
That free throw misses. Collins, he's checked in for Chicago. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. The Bulls shooting around 32% on the third quarter. Outside White. Collins outside. Here's Herter. No stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play. It's going to go on R.J. Barrett, and he'll be shooting his first free throw.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for 1, Kevin Herter.
Free throw good. Herter. Raptors trail by 3. Here's Shed. Pass to Boucher.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Here's Lawson.
2 minutes.
Collins with the defensive effort. Bulls leading by 3. Here's Herter. Good. Now 7 for 11 on the night.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
And Barrett has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. Pass to Boucher. Here's Lawson. Herter defending. Lawson passes to Boucher. For 3. Barrett. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Now here's Herder. Defense is right there. Collins against Barrett. White for 3. Toronto grabs the miss.
This has not been his best quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk. Well, there's an aggressive mentality in play. Work in close, find a way to score.
Outside White. Pass to Collins. Now here's Herder. White looking it over. Lets it fly. And there's another one for the Bulls. 41 seconds left in the third. Here's Shed. Here's Mobo. And it's blocked.
Boy, nice job by Smith. Gets a piece of the ball without committing the foul.
And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
Showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sail.
Abaji's checked in for Toronto.
Ochai Agbaji.
Here's Lawson. He's got 5. Pass to Shed. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over White. And it's Chicago with a board. Collins has got 5 rebounds in the game. Herder with it. Outside White. Drains the triple. And it's an 8-point Chicago lead.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that too.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
The third quarter comes to a close. It's the Bulls up 8. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. They've got Josh Giddey. Jalen Smith is out there with Williams. And there's Kevin Herder. And it's Collins in at the center position. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Boucher a screen on Williams. Here's Abaji. Off the mark there with a 3.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
It's Giddey on the wing. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And the Bulls lead by 10.
And they're putting together another quality possession, taking control of this game.
You know, a few more possessions like that one, and they can put the finishing touches on this game. They just have to have effective trips like that one.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And the bucket is good.
And so much fight in Josh Giddey. He showed it on the interior that time.
Raptors trail by 10. Here's Shed. To the paint. Here's Abaji. A shot that time, not on target. Some solid defense from Williams.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Here's Giddey. And he makes it on the layup. Giddey's got 6 points in the quarter.
And sometimes defenders just forget how tall Giddey is. I mean, the 6'8" guard is solid finishing inside.
Here's Shed. 3-pointer off the mark. Bulls leading by 12. And here's Giddey. Smith outside. Takes the 3. Abaji with a rebound. The Raptors have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Here's Shed. Giddey defends. And it's Shed missing. The Bulls have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Giddey passes to Smith. Back to Giddey. Collins outside. Inside. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Willing passers, unselfish play. Have to appreciate this kind of offense.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he is definitely holding back a little bit, and he has to step his game up right now.
The 11-footer. Rebound Toronto. Here's Lawson on the take. Williams grabs the board. Chicago leading by 14. Here's Herder. Cash money. Out of his 14 attempts, he's drained 9 of them.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Some changes for Chicago. Terry's checked in for Herder, and it's Lonzo Ball in for Williams. Here's Quickly. They still have time to make this a game.
But they really need to focus in because they let this game get away from them a little bit.
Pass to Boucher, right wing. Just 4 to shoot. Another miss. They desperately need a bucket.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And that one's good. And the Bulls lead by 18.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets.
Here's Quickly. And that one's good. Ball with it. Pass to Giddey. Smith outside. This one for 3. And it's Boucher with the rebound. Boucher's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Battle. Quickly with the ball. And Collins with the big block. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball. Williams is checked in for Chicago. Gordon Tucker comes in for Terry. Pass to Mobo. Now Quickly. Now here's Pirtle. Soft touch off the glass.
Well, we know Pirtle, very efficient down there. This guy has got great post moves and soft touch.
Here's Ball. Smith with a screen on Barrett. Here's Giddy. Toronto grabs the miss. Pirtle's got his 18th rebound here tonight. All over the place. Quickly outside. Pass to Pirtle. Here's Walter. Beyond the arc. He buries it from 3.
Defensively, gotta close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Outside Horton Tucker. And there's the drive. No good there. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Raptors. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Raptors, R.J. Barrett. 2 shots.
And he drops it first. Chicago making some changes. Vucevic comes in for Williams, and it's White in for Horton Tucker. Barnes, he's checked in for Toronto. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. And we're starting to see some big contracts for NBA head coaches, Doris.
Well, BA, whether we are talking about player contracts or coaches' contracts, the cost of business is the cost of business. And coaches, to me, earn every penny. Because what happens when teams underperform? The first fall guy is typically that head coach. I have 0 problems with the salaries.
Here's Toronto now. Good momentum. 8 straight points. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Wow, shake the building with that finish, Scotty Barnes. My goodness.
Giddy passes to Ball. And here's Smith. Pass to Vucevic. Over Pirtle. And again, no good by Chicago. Raptors trail by 8. Quickly, passes to Pirtle. Now Barrett. Back to Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Well, I know he doesn't have to get too high to slam it home, but it doesn't take away from the force and the message sent on the dunk.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Billy Donovan was saying to the team. He kept it real with his team, telling them, I know you feel good about this lead, but let's not get lazy. Let's not act like this is a sure thing all of a sudden. Looking to keep their focus on the task at hand. Brian?
Allie, thank you. Ball outside. Here's Buzelis to win the drought. Second chance effort. Can't get it to drop. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes.
It's amazing the success they've had with him shooting this way. 0 for the night.
Outside Barrett. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by the Bulls. They led by as many as 18.
Well, he had the defense's attention, dropping 2 threes in the first half, but he hasn't made one since.
Pass to Buzelis. Outside White. Drills it from deep. And the Bulls lead by 9.
When the defense totally lost track of him, he punishes them with a three-pointer. That's a bad decision.
Now here's Pirtle. Here's Walter. 6 on the shot clock. Picked by Pirtle. The three from Barnes. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Chicago leading by 9. Pass the ball. And here is Vucevic. Covered by Pirtle. Vucevic's shot is off. Here's Toronto with the ball. They're on a 12-3 run.
Third personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Toronto, R.J. Barrett at the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, seeing an uptick in his trips to the free throw line, really since we came out of the half.
And he can't hit the second.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass, really getting after it and being physical.
Sinks the tray.
Challenging this D with a 3-ball. That's his second from distance this half. And he also hit one in the first half, too.
Pass to Walter. Right side, Barrett. The layup misses. And so it's White with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. They lead by 11. Uses the glass to finish the layup. White's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And the Raptors miss again. Chicago leading by 13. Ball outside. Offline with a 3. The Raptors shooting 33%. This hasn't been their quarter. Here's Barrett. Tries again. Pass to Walter. And here's Barnes. And finally they hit one.
You can see the confidence in that jumper building and building for Scotty Barnes.
Chicago has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Ball with it to the wing on the left.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Now Vucevic. Back to ball. 4 on the clock. White for 3. Rebound Toronto. Barnes has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Now here's Barrett. 1:36 left to play in the fourth. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Pass to Buzelis. There's a screen from outside the arc. Quickly with a rebound. Quickly's got 4 rebounds in the game. And he banks in the layup.
That's about activity, determination, quickly finishing strong.
Here's Ball. Here's Giddey with the drive. Oh, and he brings it down with a 2-handed jam.
Both sides are simply waiting for the clock to make it official. This is going to end up in the books as a nice win for the Bulls.
They made the most of the extra rebounds tonight. Helped them out a lot.
Yeah, when you look at these teams, they're both great rebounding clubs. And any night, either one could have the advantage on the boards.
And it was a team effort tonight, collecting their 39th victory of the year and propelling them to a solid win. It was a night of big plays for Kobe White.
This guy putting on a passing clinic. If you want to know how to run an offense, roll back the tape from this evening.
Quickly. Chicago with a rebound. They led by as many as 18. Ball passes to Giddey. Three-pointer, Buzelis. Quickly with a rebound.
And you know they're extremely disappointed right now. I mean, this one getting away from them.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
This one belongs to Chicago. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. And let's reveal our player of the game, Josh Giddey.